Hi, my name is Amira Nadira binti Kamal Arifin. My metric number is 288811 and now I will be presenting on the company's background. Firstly, Zinhuan Holdings Berhad was established in Malaysia as a private limited company. The business entity of the company is a holding company for investments and the primary activity is provision of management services. Secondly, YOCB, or known as Yung On Corporation Berhad, is a public limited company incorporated in Malaysia. YOCB is an investment holding company that provided management services. Thirdly, Vision Holdings Berhad is a public company that is listed for trading that founded in 1997. Vision Holdings Berhad is an investment holding company, and the two most important aspects of this company are construction and investment holding. Fourthly, AWC Berhad is a public limited company that established in 2001 in Malaysia. The business entity of the company is an investment holding company. Last but not least, Uzma Berhad is a public limited company incorporated in Malaysia and founded in the year 2000. Uzma Berhad is an investment holding company. Next, I will be presenting in disclosure of MFRS 108. The objective of MFRS 108 is to define the criteria for selecting and revising accounting policies, as well as the accounting treatment and disclosure of changes in accounting policies, changes in accounting estimations, and corrections of error. In the year of 2020, based on the studies that have been made on MFRS 108, all the companies that already been chosen, Zinhua Holdings Berhad, YOCB, Vision Holdings Berhad, AWC Berhad, and Uzma Berhad, have adopted new MFRS and amendments for the current financial year. However, those new amendments did not significantly affect the financial statement and did not result in changes to the existing accounting policies except for MFRS 16 leases. Under the MFRS 16, the standard eliminates the classification of leases as either finance or operating leases for lessees. All lessees must recognize their lease assets and lease liabilities. Meanwhile, in 2021, the study shows that all the adopted companies have new MFRS and amendments for the current financial year. However, those new amendments did not significantly affect the financial statement and did not result in changes to the existing company policies. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Disha and my matrix number is 288049. Today, I'll be presenting about the MFRS 110. MFRS 110 defines events after the reporting date as those events both favorable and unfavorable that occur between the end of the reporting period and the date when the financial statements are authorized for issue. Xinhua Holdings Group disclosed one event during the financial year 31st March 2020, which is the coronavirus outbreak, and two events during the financial year 31st March 2021, which are the issuance of free warrants and the sale and leaseback of leasehold land and building. Moving on, YOCB Berhad has only disclosed one event after the reporting period of 30th June 2020 and 30th June 2021, which is the coronavirus outbreak, which has impacted the economic activities worldwide. Next, Vision Holdings Berhad has disclosed a few events after the financial period of 30th November 2020 and 30th November of 2021. Some of the events are the coronavirus outbreak, issuance of free warrants, share and sales purchase agreements, and so on. AWC Berhad has also disclosed three events during and subsequent to the year end 30th June 2020 and 30th June 2021, which are the coronavirus outbreak, memorandum of understanding with TEDCAM Utilities, and a contract for comprehensive management, maintenance and operational services of the commercial office building at Galleria PJH. Last but not the least, Uzma Berhad has disclosed 3 events during the financial year of 30th June 2020 and 17 events during the financial year end 30th June 2021. Some of the events are the coronavirus outbreak again, the subscription and shareholder agreement with Rizik Jaya Sendrian Berhad, subscription of shares in the capital of Mfrs Sendrian Berhad, and so many more. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nur Afika Nadira binti Asri with metric number 38701. So I will explain about MFRS 116, Property Plant and Equipment, and MFRS 136, Impairment of Asset. MFRS 116, Property Plant and Equipment, are tangible assets that are held for use in the production or supply of good or service, for rental to others, for administrative purpose, and are expected to be used during more than one period. There are 12 items in total under paragraph 73 in MFRS 116 as shown here. From our observation, the total complaints of Xinhua Holding, UN Corporation, Rizwan Holding, AWC Berhad, and Uzma Berhad, based on the disclosure of all items under paragraph 73 in 2020 is 10, 8, 9, 10, and 9 out of 12 respectively. All companies except for Rizwan Holding Berhad does not show additions of property, plant, and equipment at the beginning and end of the period. All companies do not show the increase or decrease resulting from revaluation and impairment loss recognized or reversed in other comprehensive income. Impairment loss of YACB are not recognized and reversed, while Rizwan and Uzma were recognized but not reversed in profit or loss. In 2021, AWC and Uzma Berhad total complaints are 12 out of 12, while YOCB and Rizwan are 9 out of 12, and Xinhua is 11 out of 12. In 2021, all companies have shown an additions. The other items that were not shown in 2020 remain not showing for YOCB, Rizwan, and Xinhua. Uzma and AWC have improved the disclosure of MFRS 116 by showing all items needed in paragraph 73. MFRS 136, Impairment of Asset, prescribe the timing requirements for performing quantitative impairment testing as well as potential indicators of impairment that may trigger impairment testing for some asset or group of asset. For MFRS 136, the disclosure under paragraph 130 contains 10 items as shown here. In 2020, Rizwan and AWC showed all 10 items needed in the annual report. Xinhua and YOCB does not show the events and circumstances that led to the recognition or reversal of the impairment loss. There is no aggregation of assets for identifying the cash-generating unit has changed since the previous estimate of cash-generating units, recoverable amount, a description of the current and former way of aggregating asset, and the reason for changing the way the cash-generating unit is identified in Xinhua Holding Berhad. In year 2021, Rizwan, AWC, and Uzma have all items completed, while Xinhua and YOCB total compliance was only 7 out of 10. There is no events and circumstances that led to the recognition or reversal of the impairment loss for YOCB and Xinhua Berhad. There is also no amount of the impairment loss recognized or reversed by class of asset, and if the entity report segment information shown. For Xinhua and YOCB, the aggregation of asset for identifying the cash-generating unit does not change since the previous estimate of the cash-generating unit's recoverable amounts. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nur Shakiri binti Zakaria. My matrix number is 284499. Today I'll be presenting my part, which is common key audit matters. Key audit matters is focus for discussion between the auditor and the audit committee. This requires the auditor to set out in a separately identified section of the audit report. Key audit matters for all of the company will come with their own company audit procedures. Some of the audit procedures also seems the same as other companies, such as go through all of the sample document using their own methodologies that is suitable and can came out with an accurate result and many more. The key audit matters for all of these 5 companies might have the same procedures, but their key audit methods is somehow different. The discussion is the thing that make it different, such as for UZMA, VZ1, and AWC. They have the same key audit methods, which is involving goodwill, but their discussion is different. UZMA is about the impairment of the goodwill consists of value in use of the cash generating units. VZ1 is also about impairment of the goodwill, but on the acquisition of VZ1 Builders Sdn Bhd. VZ1 Builders Sdn Bhd may be their own subsidiaries, and AWC is about the discount rate of the goodwill. Beside that, Xinhua and AWC also have the same key audit matters. Xinhua is about the recoverability of their trade receivable. Meanwhile, AWC is about the default risk and expected loss rate of the trade receivables. Beside all of this, there is also other key audit matters that been discussed in each of the company. The minimum key audit matters is one key audit matters, which is valuation of inventories that we can get from the Yung Own Corporation's Berhad. They discuss about the risk if their company have the audited inventories, what can they do? The key audit matters also can consist of two types, which is one is from the company and the other one is from the group, such as like Uzma Berhad. Their key audit matters came from two sides. The goodwill and trade receivable audit matters is from the group side, and the investment and amount owing by subsidiaries is from the company side. Moreover, there is also many more audit matters in other company, such as Xinhua has the existence of PPE, which is property, plant, equipment. VZ1 has recognition of construction, contract, revenue and costs. And lastly, AWC has revenue recognition for construction activities. That's all for my part. I will pass the next part to the next presenter.
First and foremost, let's discuss about the current ratio. Firstly, Xinhua Berhad recorded 0.04 in 2021 and 0.08 in 2020. Nextly, YOCB Berhad recorded 11.11 in 2021 and 15.45 in 2020. Apart from that, Vyozin Holding Berhad also recorded 31.34 times in 2021 and 24.60 in 2020. Last but not least, AWC Berhad recorded 1.09 times in 2021 and 0.44 times in 2020. Finally, UMSA Berhad recorded 1.38 times in 2021 and 2.10 times in 2020. In addition, we also analyze about profitability ratio where return on asset. In this case, Xinhua Berhad recorded negative 0.32% in 2021 and 1.2% in 2020. Moreover, YOCB Berhad recorded 11.36% in 2021 and 12.43% in 2020. Apart from that, Vyozin Holding Berhad also recorded 0.58% in 2021 and 5.1% in 2020. Last but not least, AWC Berhad recorded 5.95% in 2021 and negative 24.31% in 2020. Finally, UMSA Berhad also recorded 4.99% in 2021 and negative 0.82% in 2020. Lastly, we also analyze equity ratio under solvency ratio. In conjunction to this, Xinhua Berhad recorded 0.99 in both 2021 and 2020. YOCB Berhad recorded 0.96 in 2021 and 0.97 in 2020. Apart from that, Vyozin Holding Berhad also recorded 0.97 in both years. Last but not least, AWC Berhad recorded 0.65 in 2021 and 0.83 in 2020. Lastly, UMSA Berhad recorded 0.72 in 2021 and 0.67 in 2020. In conclusion, we understand that MFRS 108 is the guidelines for three areas where changes in accounting policies, changes in accounting estimates, and material error correction. This is also to improve financial statements' relevance and accuracy as well as their comparability over time and the financial statement of other entities. MFRS 110 is the events that occur after the reporting period and refers to as event after reporting period are any favorable or unfavorable events occurred between the end of the accounting period and the authorized release date of the financial statement. And lastly, MFRS 116 enables businesses to estimate the carrying amount of PPE in their duration by using either a cost model or revaluation approach. Thank you.